was most important about closing this road trip out with a W, knowing that the previous 2 extended ones did not end that way?
It was just something we haven't done yet. You know, I don't even remember the last time last year we done it. We had our mindset. You know what I mean? We're trending in a great direction right now, and everything's just falling in place from the defense to the offensive end.
What was it today about the defense that made it so stifling, particularly in those middle quarters?
Just a lot of inspirational plays. A lot of plays from Tyler Johnson, the blocks. A lot of plays from Justice Winslow. You know, a lot of plays from Jay Rich, and Bam, he played a great game. So, you know, I think our offense is trending because we want to be great and inspire others on the defensive end.
Tyler gave you credit among many of your teammates of making sure Bam's coming along the right way. What most pleases you about the way that he impacts play when he hits the floor now?
He's just a professional, a super professional, and you don't really see that as a young guy or as a rookie, but he's in the gym every day, second after me. If coaches and them tell you first, that's a lie. But yeah, he's very professional. I just think this is what the culture does to you. You know, I don't know if he'd be doing the same thing on another team or not, but the kid is very intuitive, ready to work, always into the game, knows the game scheme, and you know he's going to go 100%. Sometimes he's going to mess up, but that's okay.
How nice is it to get the game to a space where you can get the man on your chest, a little run out on the floor? It's always nice to see the captain out there.
Oh, yeah. UD, man, there's so much I could say about him, how he always stays ready. I think he's really the guy who shows everybody how to be a professional and how to stay a professional throughout the season. Constantly working, constantly bringing Bam and Jordan Mickey with him to work out, you know, just the normal stuff. So, you know, just to see him get minutes is always great.
It's good to see, and that has to be our commitment. First of all, to make that commitment defensively, and then to do it consistently every single game, and then to be able to close out teams in the second half. But, you know, hopefully that's something we can build on. You know, I liked how we got stronger, tougher, more resilient in both second halves. Different guys in each game. Took a lot of pressure off ourselves by getting multiple stops, and then, you know, the offense just becomes a little bit easier going down the other end. So even on that side of the floor, you know, after we got to 10 turnovers in the first half, much better ball control, much more coherent, you know, getting to actions where everybody felt comfortable and staying within those.
With KO's early foul trouble, you called on Bam a little bit earlier, probably. Yeah. What did you like most about his contribution?
Well, you have to have a good head on his shoulders. You can't just come out here and compete like a wild man against somebody that's so savvy, knows how to draw fouls, can take in the post, can also play pick and pop basketball out behind the three-point line. So there's a lot of things you have to negotiate and manage mentally. Usually for a young player, you would short circuit, but Bam kept his head even after, you know, some tough calls. But really used his technique, his energy, multiple efforts, and his mental stability to, you know, be in a lot of places that were pretty disruptive.
And you finally closed out a road trip with a W,
yeah,
third try, right?
Yeah, finally. You know, so, you know, maybe that's the deal with this team. We learn by pain. You know, hopefully that won't continue to be the trend. Hopefully we can also learn by games like this. So it was good to see us finish off the trip. It was a very good trip, even with that loss in San Antonio. You know, we grew as a team.
Erik, 2 games in a row, Goran, just at the times you needed it, just so steady. You didn't have to play him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, when you guys kind of took control, again, he was just right there. I know he does it a lot, but he'd gone through a couple of little streaks here, a little up and down, but really consistent for the last 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even consider a blip in the radar. He's had an all-NBA type season for us, really consistent. He's a go-to guy. You put the ball in his hands, he's going to make something good happen for your team. He's very comfortable right now, and in the third quarter, you know, he wanted to push the lead. You could see him trying to make plays, you know, to create some distance, and he was able to play 12 straight minutes with incredible energy.
Erik, I know it's not just the lineup change that coincided with sort of the upgrade in play, but has it put maybe people in more comfortable spots, this move you made in the San Antonio game and the way the team has played since?
You know, I don't know. The last time we made a change, a similar type of spike happened. I think it's less about that. It's more about more consistent commitment to our identity. To be able to defend. This was going to be a possession game. It looked very much like it was going to be that way throughout the first 2.5, 3 quarters. But our guys have really committed to the tough things, the little things, the multiple effort things defensively. It's not an easy way, and that has to be the way for our team.
What does it say about Dion managing the pain, opening 4 for 4? Yeah, he had that one air ball, but he still was able to give you something as he sort of deals with all the options on that elbow.
Yeah, and I think it'll continue to get better, but his aggressiveness was very good tonight. He got some switches. Bigs were on him. Man, he just drove those right into the paint where they felt that was a bad scheme to apply, and that's part of him learning. You know, before sometimes that turns into a long 3. But he made them pay for whatever coverage they were in. So I liked his minutes.
Is the next thing to make home meaningful and start trying to establish that home court superiority?
Yeah, we would certainly like to. The last time it was a tough stretch when we had all those home games, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. We got a very tough game on Wednesday. You know, whether they have all their guns or whether they don't have everybody back, that's as an explosive offensive team as there is in this league.
Clicking for you offensively, all your points coming late in the contest.
Just staying aggressive. And, I mean, I don't know. I felt a little bit sluggish to start the game, but, you know, I just wanted to make an impact defensively and then eventually just kind of play myself into the game.
Yeah, it's too close to sea level. See, that's what it is. You got used to all that altitude. Question about how much you all are enjoying basketball when you play that type of defense, the defense the coach has been wanting at a consistent level all season long.
No, it's big time because it generates so much offense for us. And it gets everybody else in rhythm because, you know, we can get out and get a couple transition points and everybody's kind of just amped up. And we have a bunch of dogs on our team. You know, you saw that a lot last year. I thought that was a game like tonight was how we felt last year. You know, really shutting teams down with our defense and then able to play off of that so everybody feels in rhythm.
Coach said for about 2.5 quarters, this was a possession game. It was very methodical. Then you guys broke it open, made it a 10-point game. What was the key to that period?
I mean, at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is just grind it out. You know, they made some tough shots. I mean, Gasol's a load in there. You know, he's a all-star player. So, you know, we're having to deal with him early on, but all we want to do is continue to grind, and then, you know, our identity all year has been, let's see if we can, you know, make teams quit. You know, by that 4th quarter, they're just so exhausted. They're like, oh, let's figure it out. Let's go to another city and get into, you know, win there.
What's most impressing you about Bam's growth tonight, having to play a little bit more due to Kelly's foul trouble?
I mean, it's weird because he's what, 20 years old? I mean, he's very mature for his age. And he's been blessed with crazy athletic ability. And my big brother, he's mentoring, you know, he's definitely been mentoring him, trying to teach him the ropes of what it takes to be a really good NBA player. But he has all the gifts and all the talents to be in this league and to be, you know, an all-star type player in years to come.
I know you like to shrug off your offense sometimes as the ball just going in the basket, but it's been going in a lot lately. I know that it didn't start off that way tonight, but obviously there's something that's going on nice with the stroke right now. What's your observation?
Just taking shots and they just going in. You know, I think, it's just, you know, they're the same shots and they just, you know, sometimes they're going to go in, sometimes they're not. You know, it's just having a clear-minded approach to the game. That some days it's going to be your day, some days it's not. So today, just early on, you know, I felt a little bit sluggish, and you know, the ball just wasn't falling. But you know, my big brother woke me up. You know, guys like Weezy woke me up. Make sure I keep my head in the game. You know, because that was I think that was something that I've had to battle the last couple of years, is just kind of picking, you know, when things don't go right early, you know, can you pick yourself up and continue to play the game and finish it out?
Because it felt like early on it was really methodical and deliberate, we'll call it that. But then you guys busted it open a little bit.
Yeah, we played good defense. The first couple of minutes, we tried to get warm a little bit, but then when we start playing defense and our offense was clicking, and only good things happens. And this is 2 games in a row that we really feel comfortable with our defense, and hopefully we can continue like that.
How nice was to see Bam get called on a little bit early because of foul trouble for KO and come in and impact things so quickly.
Yeah, Bam was amazing. I mean, you can see what he can do. He can defend, he can catch those lobs, and he was amazing. I mean, he's only 20 years old, and he can do all this stuff. He can really help this team.
Definitely. And how nice was to see Dion actually have those shots fall after a really tough shooting night in Mexico City?
It's great. I mean, I felt like Dion always have confidence. So even after a bad game, we know he's gonna bounce back. But it's nice to see that those balls goes in, and I would say it's all team effort. I mean, everybody played great, and we're really happy with this road trip, how we finished it.
Coach said he felt the defense is coming around. Do you sense that you finally have what you've been trying all season to get?
Yeah. I sense that a little bit, and especially we're at the right position every time. Even against San Antonio, we felt like that our defense is trending, and as long as we're communicating and challenge those shots, we're going to be in good position. And last 3 games was really good.
The last two games were kind of similar. Where it was the start of the third quarter where
when we pick it up, yeah. In the past we had trouble with third quarters, but now we finally. I would say figuring things out, and as long as we continue to play like that, we're gonna win a lot of games.